Hi, Justin. How are you?
Hi, I'm very good. How are you?
Good. Congratulations on the film. So
Thank you.
you're producer, director, writer, actor. Can you talk about why is this a passion project for you?
You know, um, because I'm Korean American and the idea of international adoption originated from Korea. It's then spread to all other countries and I feel like it's a part of our Asian American experience. I feel like it's an experience amongst us that needs to be told and represented and I just feel like this whole issue of adoptees being deported is just incredibly unjust. Um, and I feel that when a child is brought by U.S. citizens and the U.S. government is acknowledging and making this legal for a child to be brought overseas, you know, no amount of loopholes should allow the for the government then to turn around after 30 years to say you were never a citizen.
How hard was it for you as an Asian American to establish yourself in Hollywood? What kind of challenges did you encounter?
Well, I've been doing this for 20 years. Um, I think there was much less opportunities. I had to do everything. I filed headshots at a C-level agency. I crashed auditions. I snuck into offices trying to talk to managers to get them to try to represent me. I did extra work to get my STAG card. I catered food. I did everything. And I worked my way up the ladder in terms of just the acting world. Like started off with commercials and one-liners on shows and slowly made my way. As a director, my first film had to put my own money in, and I lost a lot of money on that film, and second, third film had to make micro budget films and slowly just to build my way back up again in a
Most of your
different discipline.
Yeah, most of your films have social political commentary. Why are you so attracted to this kind of genre? And are you planning to try other genres?
Um, I just feel that I want to make social commentary about the things around me, and the things that I feel are important to talk about, and that I feel that are important, But yeah, I'm interested in a lot of things. I mean, I just shot a television show for Apple, based off the book Pachinko, and that's a book adaptation. Um, and then I just finished a film 2 days ago shooting, that's about an Indonesian father and son. That I think is also important because I think we should all tell, in a respectful manner, tell each other stories because I think we'll become stronger as a community.
And talk about your choice for Alicia Vikander and
You're muted. You're muted.
oh, no, I'm not.
Okay, now you're not.
Okay, talk about your choice for Alicia Vikander.
Alicia Vikander is an incredible actress. It would have been my dream to work with her, and I'm just so fortunate that she said yes. I always thought it was interesting that she was Swedish and she was going to play an American because every choice she would make would be very intentional. It would be a choice, like what she wants to show about an American woman. So it was a very inspired, interesting choice that I thought could be very effective. And she's incredible.
Mhm. And the little girl, how did you get to know her? I mean, how did she go through auditions with you?
Yeah, we looked at many children and we found her. And the moment I saw her tape, I knew she was absolutely perfect for this film. She's very much a a real girl and not like a trained sort of a stage kid that we often see.
Mhm. Uh, and as a writer, what is your writing process? Do you have all your subject matters in a drawer and do you choose one, or what is your writing process? Do you have a specific time of day that you write better or more productive?
Yeah, I wake up very early in the morning, about 4 a.m., and I write, you know, from 4 to about 8 or 9, and until my daughter gets up, and then around, you know, I'll write some more until about noon, and then the rest of the day, I'll just usually just think about what I've written and reread stuff and edit stuff. Is what I typically do.
Hmm. And as a American of Korean descent, do you ever get bullied when you were a kid? Did you have to experience that as well?
Oh yeah, I got bullied. You know, but not excessively, but you know, I got bullied. But me personally, my own experiences is I fought back. I definitely didn't take it, and I was pretty gnarly, feisty kid. So um, the bully didn't last long, at least in my own life.
Mhm. And do you think the US still has a lot to improve on when it comes to treatment of immigrants, or has there been a lot of improvement?
I hope that the U.S. as a whole can really consider immigrants and know that they are, you know, an integral part of, you know, this country. Um, you know, that's what this country, you know, was founded upon is people who have immigrated here, and I think we should embrace, and we shouldn't necessarily, I think, try to make everyone assimilate to the idea of an American, because who knows what that actually is. I think in its diversity and multitude of cultures is what gives the country a beautiful sort of glow. And I hope that we can just have empathy for one another and love and compassion for one another. I think is something that we can all sort of aspire to in the way we consider one another.
Mhm. What are your reactions when we had the Asian hate crime?
I mean, like everybody else, is absolutely appalling. Um, it's unacceptable. Um, and I think, you know, I think maybe this stuff was underneath brewing, but we cannot take those small number of instances and just put blanket sort of ideas over, you know, certain type of groups or people, or we have to continue to love one another and not let those overshadow those instances overshadow the good things that are happening, you know, in our communities. But I think that stuff needs to stop. You know, it just needs to stop ASAP, and it should not be tolerated. If you see something like that, it should be intervened, and it needs to be stopped right away, because it should not be tolerated whatsoever.
Mhm. And so you were raised by a mother who's a pianist and a father who's a former child actor. So how was that growing up in a Hollywood or kind of entertainment setting in the family? Was that easy for you to to go into Hollywood, or did you have to prove yourself to your parents?
Both of my parents left their arts when they immigrated, and my mom became a house mom, and my dad became, you know, a businessman, like trying to just make ends meet. Very in the beginning, very just low income, and then moving up and becoming middle class. Um, it didn't help me, other than the belief that it's possible. You know, I grew up watching my dad's black and whites, um, but my parents never pressured me to do one thing or the other. So I felt the freedom to be able to choose what I wanted to do. So in that way, yeah, maybe they did benefit me, but it's not because we had an artistic household. Yeah, I think because they had no connections into Hollywood, as Korean immigrants.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been to Korea, South Korea?
Yes, many times.
And what do you usually do first when you are in Korea?
Eat.
And your
Eat good
favorite
food.
Korean food?
I love Korean barbecue, but like in Korea, like pork, I love just traditional Korean food as well.
Mhm. And if your child wants to go also into Hollywood and entertainment, would you allow him or her?
She can do whatever she wants when she turns 18.
Mm.
In the meantime, she can study acting if she wants to, but she's gonna have to take it seriously. But then I don't want her to be acting professionally until she's an adult.
And my last question: how was your Cannes experience this year? For this year?
Fantastic. Cannes is a beautiful festival. It's a pinnacle of film showcasing, and I hope to be back there someday.
Mhm.
Very
And
soon.
your next project?
Is Pachinko that's coming out on Apple TV at the end of the year, and Jamujaya, which is the story about the Indonesian father and son that I'm editing now.
Mhm. Well,
And obviously, my film Blue Bayou that comes out in theaters September 17th this Friday. That's the most important one right now.
Yes, congratulations. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.